What's up, everyone? I have a book review for you today for Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. Let me start off by saying that there were some things that I really liked about this book. First one, I liked how it involved a moleskin notebook. The entire plot is based around this notebook. Second thing I really loved was that it is set winter, Christmas time, in New York City. I don't think you can get a better setting. Now, what the story's about is these two characters, Dash and Lily. Dash goes into a bookstore called The Strand, which is an actual bookstore in New York City. I looked it up. He finds a moleskin notebook on the shelf left by one Lily. He opens it up, finds out that Lily has dared him to complete the task in the notebook. And basically, it's a back and forth between Dash and Lily throughout the entire story, daring each other to do things or to find out more information. I love the concept of this book. Now on to the things I don't like about the book. I don't like how the authors made every character in the book, teenager characters especially, sound really intelligent. While I do love the fact that they were referencing and quoting books and things throughout the entire story, I know teenagers, and I don't know very many that are like that, unfortunately. But it seemed like everybody that popped up in this book was either very literary about everything that they said, or talked much more proper than the people that I know. Now, I mean, that is a possibility that people talk like that in this story with these characters, but it just seemed a little too storybook to me, if that makes sense. It seemed like you were reading a story as far as that aspect goes. Second thing I didn't like was the two main characters, Dash and Lily. Their parents are out of town or split up or something's going on to where they're not in the story to interfere with their dares with each other. Now that's a really cool way to get them out of the picture, but both of their parents are gone on Christmas. Does that happen very often? I mean, they're just left at home by themselves? I don't know, maybe. But that I didn't really care for that. Could have been a little more creative as far as that goes. And lastly, I did not care for the ending very much because the ending it literally was not satisfying. After reading this, I expected some kind of big fantastic ending, and really there should have been. Overall, I really did like this book. I love the fact that I wanted to keep reading it because I wanted to see what was going to happen next between Dash and Lily. Dash was written by David Levithan and Lily was written by Rachel Cohn, so you get the guy and the girl's perspective. That's really cool because you actually feel like you're reading from their perspectives, not from a woman trying to imagine what it's like to be a teenage guy. I mean, sometimes that works, but it just worked very well that it was a guy writing for a guy and a girl writing for a girl, if that makes sense. I don't even know if I'm making sense right now, but that also happens in The Future of Us. I think a lot of the co-written books between guys and girls, that's the way it's going, which is, it's a neat idea, it really is. With that said, I think you should go out and pick this up. I didn't give it but a 3 out of 5 stars. With that said, it was still a really good book, really fun read. It definitely puts you in the mindset that you're in New York City around Christmas time. It's just a pretty good all-around book. If you're looking for something to read this holiday season, it's definitely something to pick up. Definitely pick up Dash and Lily's Book of Dares because it is interesting, it is fun, and it's just a pretty good basic book.